Hey guys, CrimsGreyVR here, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about my new favorite VRC world, that being VRC fishing. Now, let's get into it. Now, the first thing I'm going to explain is how VRC fishing works. Now, you'll start on a starter island, and then from there, you get a starter rod, and from there, you'll be fishing, you'll be catching fish, making the money, getting the fishes, and when you fish, it'll be like this bar kind of thing, and there'll be like the fish icon going up and down and all that stuff. And then you have like a slider that you try to keep with the fish. And then when you get to a certain point, you'll catch the fish and reel it in. There is a lot of different types of fish in this world to catch, and it is quite insane how many there are. And the variety in fish only gets bigger the more you play. That's another thing I really love about VRC fishing. But yes, beyond Starter Island, there are other islands that you can go to via boat. And with boats, you can actually buy a lot of different types. There's like a speedboat, there's like a yacht and a small speedboat, rowboat. There's a canoe that you start with, so you're not totally like locked out of all the other islands. Yeah, there's a few rods you can buy on the main island. They're pretty good selection. Now with the islands, you can find different types of lures and lines that you can use to upgrade your rod, as well as different rods that will actually come with better perks and stats on the rods. Also, beyond the regular islands, there's also this island that you can actually enchant your rod and get an extra souped up rod and make it OP. That's kind of the one big thing my goal is with VRC fishing, is try to make the most OP rod and all that other thing. And there's also like, spoiler, shh, don't tell anyone, there's a black market on there. Different traders that you can go to sell and buy things and all that other fun stuff. And beyond the basic map and stuff, there's actually some challenges that you can do in this world. I won't tell you because I don't want to spoil everything. Part of the fun is the unknown and that sort of thing, and be like, oh, I wonder if there's something like this, or like randomly finding something like, oh wow, this is cool, and that sort of gist. The second thing that I was wanting to talk about with VRC fishing is what makes it stand out, and that is, to me, is the ability to talk to people while doing stuff and like hanging out in like a low effort kind of way. It makes socializing a lot easier when you have something you're doing while listening to people and talking. It's pretty fun. I think it has something to do with like just men in general just work like that. They like doing something and talking at the same time, I've noticed. And yeah, because it makes it easier to open up and actually talk about things. Fishing and personal and that sort of thing. There was a time that I really got deep with my friends in a fishing world, and it can be very memorable because with good friends and good games and good hangout times, a lot can happen that can be very memorable. And yeah, essentially you'll make a lot of memories in this world. Yes, it's just a game, but yes, you'll make a lot of fun experiences with your friends in this world, as opposed to other worlds. I mean, I'm not saying you can't in other worlds. I'm just saying in this world, with the socializing and the game tied together, it makes it a lot more enjoyable and memorable, as opposed to other hangout worlds where you're basically just straight up hanging out and trying to like socialize, and it can be very awkward and unnatural at times. Hey, you, yes you, do you lack the energy to get what you want to do done? Well, do I have the product for you? W Energy is sponsoring this video. W Energy is made in America, and from what flavors I tried, which are Galaxy Grenade, Japanese Yuzu, and Beach and Peach, I'd have to say Beach and Peach was my favorite flavor, as it tastes exactly like a fresh peach you'd pick off a tree. Japanese Yuzu was pretty good too. It was basically just lemonade flavor. This product has helped me maintain a steady and focused workflow with jitterless energy. If this sounds like the perfect energy drink product for you, then feel free to use the code CrimsGrey to get 10% off on your W order. Other than that, back to the video. Mostly because I feel like in those other worlds, there's a lot of trolls that just come in to like, I don't even know what their goal is. But yeah, they just troll and all that other stuff. Rage bait, you know, and all that other stuff to make it less chill. So that's a little annoying. And from the third point I had, which was socializing and fishing, as I said earlier, that leads into my fourth and final thing that I was wanting to talk about with VRC fishing, is that it got me to go outside and touch grass. Seriously, I was chilling and like fishing with my friends, and I remember saying like, oh damn, this really makes me want to go fishing in real life now. So guess what? I think it was next weekend after that, I bought a fishing license. I don't think I actually went fishing that weekend, but yes, I bought a bunch of fishing stuff, fishing rod. Next weekend I went twice. I didn't catch anything. The following weekend after that, I went and I caught something. I was very surprised because the first jerkbait I bought was a lucky one. Like for some reason, it was like a jerkbait that looked similar to like a little baby trout. And for some reason, bass really love to eat trout apparently. I mean, I love eating trout too. The hard part for me is actually figuring out how to catch trout. That's my next goal. But one step at a time, one step at a time. But yeah, it got me out touching grass, catching fish, all that fun stuff. And just being out in nature in general is so relaxing and enjoyable. Even at the beginning when I was getting into fishing this year, I didn't have my thing set up very well for my fishing rod, so it was kind of frustrating. So I kind of had to fix that, figure that out. Luckily though, through a few videos I found on YouTube, it made it a lot easier to fix those problems and all that other stuff. So the following trips, I had a lot more success and less pain because trying to cast your rod and then having the line tangle up every time, then you have to like rip it off, cut off stuff, and like redo everything. Oh, that's that's the advantage of having two rods, because you have one rod that's your good old reliable rod, that very good, very reliable, and then you have your other rod that is okay, it's kind of reliable if not barely, but you're gonna have to like get a new reel or something. So it's nice to have two, beyond the thing of like you could have one set up for one fish and then one set up for the other. So you could just be like, oh, I feel like fishing for trout today, so I'll just take my trout setup, which is already rigged up and all that fun stuff, and I'll just cast and that's it, and just chill. Yeah, it's not that hard. And another thing that got me into fishing more was I honestly had forgotten the show existed since I watched it like a really long time ago when I was a child. It was River Monsters with Jeremy Wade. My friend in VR chat introduced me to that again, and man, that was another determining factor that got me into fishing in real life. I forget how good those shows were back then. Like, why can't people make good shows like that anymore? It's kind of disappointing, honestly. Like, beyond those nature documentaries with that old guy. Well, it's probably not very specific, but it was like the shellfish. I have no clue what his name is. If you know his name, put that in the comments. But yeah, that's what got me seriously into fishing, and I don't regret every minute of it, even though my bank account probably regrets it. I spent over $100 and stuff just on the tackle and then a rod, and I want to say I regret spending that much, but I don't regret it because it was worth it in the end. Okay, so if you think about it with fishing, if you buy your gear, have everything set up, and have extras and stuff, you won't really have to buy much of anything in the future. And that's the advantage of fishing, because once you have all the gear you need, you don't really need to buy anything unless you want to do worm fishing and you just buy a worm. You know, like buy the little cup of worms, or obviously you have to buy your fishing license. But yeah. Now guys, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and subscribe, as well as drop a comment down below explaining your experience with VRC fishing. And other than that, CrimsGrey, we are out.